Security operations is a complex and constantly evolving field, where security teams are tasked with protecting their organizations from a wide range of cyber threats. The increasing volume and sophistication of these threats make it difficult for security teams to detect, investigate, and respond to incidents in a timely manner. In this context, security operations and orchestration platforms have become critical tools for security teams to improve their efficiency and effectiveness. One such platform is ArcSight SOAR, a powerful security orchestration, automation, and response platform that enables security teams to automate and streamline their security operations. With ArcSight SOAR, security teams can develop, manage, and execute playbooks that automate repetitive tasks and standardize incident response processes. This enables security teams to respond to incidents more quickly and accurately, reducing the risk of data breach or other security incidents. ArcSight SOAR also enables security teams to integrate their existing security tools and technologies into a single centralized platform, making it easier to manage and monitor security operations. This ensures that security teams have a comprehensive view of their security posture and can quickly identify and respond to potential threats. The ArcSight SOAR integrations demo. I'm going to demonstrate the threat intelligence integrations, starting with VirusTotal, Abuse IPDB, and CyberRes Galaxy. I'm going to show you as well some security product integrations like McAfee Policy Orchestrator, and then some other integrations. And here I have listed an SMTP server integration and Microsoft Active Directory. All right, let's start first with VirusTotal. Just going to log in. Okay, I have created an account. Creating an account in VirusTotal is easy and simple. Then next thing we want to do is to go on the top right side under your user, and then right click and say API key. All right, so you can view your API key clicking on this little eye, and then you can copy as well the API key. I'm just going to go under Fusion and then log in with my admin account. Next thing we want to do is to go under Configuration on the left side under Respond, and then first create credentials for VirusTotal. Click on Create Credential, give a name. Make sure you give nice and meaningful names, like in this case I've called mine VirusTotal. And now for the VirusTotal integration, something interesting is that you don't even need a username and a password. The only thing that you need is to just paste your API key into the section called private key. Go ahead and save, and then click after that on integrations. From here you can click on create integration, and again make sure you give a nice and meaningful name to your integration. From the second option where it says type, as you see, it's an obligatory field, it's a mandatory field, there is a little asterisk. Now we must find VirusTotal. Next thing, you want to type the URL https://www.virustotal.com. Right, and next click on credential and select your VirusTotal credential. Click on test. Sorry. The result has been okay. All right, let's save and let's just wait a little bit. You can use the refresh button. All right, so if you see online, this means that VirusTotal integration was successful. Now let's jump to the next one. I'm going to integrate as well the abuse IP DB. So I'm just going to let me just log in first. Abuse IPDB. Okay, login. I'm going to log in again with my email. And then from the API section, you can just click and copy your API key. Go back under SOAR, click on credentials, create credential, abuse IP DB. Username, password, not needed. Again, same as VirusTotal, only thing you need is just to paste your private key, API key, excuse me. After that, go under integrations, click on create integration, and again, give a nice and meaningful name, abuse IP DB. From type, go ahead and select the first option, abuse IP DB, and then the URL, https api.abuseipdb.com. Click on credential, select the abuse IPDB credential, and then just click on test. So as you see right here, I'm just going to zoom in. I got sort of an error message which says integration test failed. The action execution exception has failed. Now there is a customization library action that I must enable, which I forgot. So what I'm just going to do is just to save, okay, not close, but just save. It's gonna say checking, which is normal. Go under customization library, and then on the right side under search here, all right, just type abuse. Oops, without pressing enter. Actually, only typing is enough. All right, so here is this is what I need: abuse IPDB, advanced action script default script template. This one, I'm just gonna click on edit. And then do you see right under here where it says integrations? Now, this is a place from where we want to select our newly created integration and then click on save. Once you do this, then go back under integrations, go under your abuse IPDB, click on edit, and then say test. After doing the test, this time we are going to receive a positive message saying that the integration was tested successfully, and now we have as well the abuse IPDB threat intelligence platform on our disposal. The last threat intelligence integration that I'm going to do is going to be just CyberS Galaxy. I'm just going to click on upload plugin and then look for the zip file. Should have it under my downloads, and then CyberS GTAP, SOAR plugin. Click on save. There is even no need of creating credentials for this one, and creating an integration. As you see, it's already everything created. The IP address, the URL is already there. The credentials are as well already created. All you have to do is just to click on test. Okay. After also integrating the CyberS Galaxy threat intelligence, I'll just wait. Okay, perfect. We have also at our disposal now CyberS Galaxy. Now let's jump to the next integration. As I've promised, we're going to do as well one security integration. I have here installed on one of my VMs one McAfee policy orchestrator. On this Windows server, I have running EPO. So just to show you as well, I'm just going to log in quickly. HTTPS. Yeah, this is the policy orchestrator. Admin. Okay, now my password. Just to make sure I can access. Yeah, it's up and running and it's responsive. That's great. So let's integrate the EPO with SOAR. Let's go under credentials. Let's create one credentials for McAfee EPO. Username, admin, and then my password with which I'm logging in. Private key, this time no private keys needed, or API or anything like that, but just username and password. Okay. After that, just go under integrations. You hit the button create new integration. And then again, you give a name, McAfee EPO. Type, let's see, McAfee. Yeah, so we have network security platform, web gateway, and ePolicy orchestrator. In my case, I'm going to select ePolicy orchestrator. Provide the URL, https:// and then in my case, it's dc.acme.local. And then the port, usually here the port is 8443. But since I'm also using ArcSight DSM and ArcSight DSM uses 8443, I decided to associate this port 7443 with my McAfee EPO. Okay, and now from the dropdown under credentials, let's go ahead and let's pick McAfee EPO. Don't forget to hit this button right here, which says Trust Invalid SSL Certificates. Now, this is because I'm using self-signed certificates, and if you don't tick basically this little option, it's going to throw an error message. Let me show you. Yeah, basically you're going to see something like this, which is not very pleasant. But if you tick it and then say test, now this is going to accept the self-signed certificates. So let's click on save. And now also the McAfee policy orchestrator will be available and ready to be used. Refresh. And yeah, here it is. Okay. The last set of integrations are the other integrations. Basically, I have an SMTP server installed, and my SMTP server is called HMail. It's something simple. Let me just show you. This is my HMail. I have already set it up. This is my domain, acme.local. I have my accounts with my users. Basically, I'm going to use this user right here, soar@acme.local, for this integration. All right, so without wasting any precious time, let's just go ahead and let's hit the credentials button, create credential. Let's give a name, SMTP HMail server. Username, soar@acme.local. And now I just got to remember my password. Okay, for SOAR. Let's save. And basically here is the newly created credential. Now let's go under integrations. Let's click on create a new integration. Let's say SMTP HMail server. And now let's select from the type SMTP mail server. Okay. Provide the address In my case, this is what it is, AVM. This is the name of my host, acme.local. Okay. After that, from here, where it says SMTP port and protocol, basically this is an IMAP integration. So yeah, we want to use this port 465 for the outbound, and then also for the inbound we want to use 993 IMAPs, mail IMAPs host. So let's say avm dot acme dot local. Okay, that should be enough. Yeah. Trust invalid certificates. From credential, we click on the drop down and we just look for our SMTP HMail server credentials, and then let's hit the test button, and now let's see what will happen. All right, integration tested successfully as well. So click on save. And the last thing which we are going to try is Active Directory. All right, so here is the HMail server. Now, the Active Directory, I have it running on this Windows server right here. Let me show you. Under users, I just wanted to show you what users I have created. I have this one, I have the administrator, and then I have also another one which I've called SOAR, I think. Yeah, SOAR, here it is. So I'm just gonna double click SOAR at acme.local. I'm gonna use this one for the integration with my Active Directory account. Okay, acme.local profile, organization, member of. Okay, so I made it an administrator, domain users. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's click on credentials. Let's say Microsoft Active Directory, username SOAR. Okay, and then the password, let's see, what was the password? I'm gonna try and remember it. Integrations. Okay, create integration. Let's go ahead and let's say Microsoft Active Directory. Okay, and then Microsoft Active Directory. Okay. Now, my host, this one it's dc.acme.local. And now don't forget to specify as well the port. In my case, I'm going to use port 389. But yeah, it's not written even in the documentation. This is something strange that I found, that the port is needed, and if you don't provide it, the integration is not successful. Also here, under where it says, let me zoom in, LDAP search base, you gotta provide the following. So like this DC test. So in my case, it's not test. In my case, it's Acme. I'm just gonna say DC Acme, and then comma, DC equal, and then local. All right. After that, the next one, LDAP domain should be like test.com, or in my case, acme.local. And then NT domain should be all capital case test. So like in my case, it's going to be only Acme. And then username for LDAP service availability check. Okay, in my case, this is the SOAR user. And now let's pick the credentials. Active Directory, trust invalid SSL certificates, and let's try now. Let's see if we have luck. Yes, we have. Integration tested successfully. All right, click on close. After that, save. wait a little bit for this to turn green as well. Let's refresh. Okay, everything is in green. Last integration, this is a bonus, WinRM, Windows Remote Management. Now, one of the first things that you want to make sure is when you want to do the WinRM, that you have basically the service enabled, up and running. So I'm just going to jump in here and see this. Services.msc. Now let's take a look. WinRM. Windows Remote Management. Yes. All right. So Windows Remote Management is enabled. As you see, it's running and it's automatic. Okay. Just gonna minimize. Oops. Sorry. Go and create credentials. WinRM. Let's say username. What's the username? I think it was administrator. I'm gonna use the administrator user this time with the password. Okay, and then click on save. Integrations. Let's go and let's say WinRM, and let's search Windows. It's called Microsoft Windows Services. Okay, so basically it's gonna be dc.acme.local. This is how it should be. Credentials, WinRM, Trust Invalid SSL certificates, and let's click on test. Perfect. And yeah, I hope that this example was useful, and I hope that now you feel a little bit more comfortable with the ArcSight SOAR integrations. Thanks a lot for watching.